Well, the DeAsia Fair fan club certainly been treated to a movie thus far. The Rochester native has 23 of Syracuse's 48 points as the Orange take a 12-point lead into the fourth quarter. So the Orange perhaps well on their way to win number 5 this season after a tough bounce against Penn State earlier this week. Here's what's coming up for the Cuse. The Big Ten ACC Challenge on Wednesday next week against Purdue. Then a couple more non-conference clashes before the Orange open up ACC play against Wake Forest.
Syracuse, their schedule doesn't get any easier, and that's the thing that scheduling-wise, Syracuse wanted to go into ACC play with a lot of tough opponents so that they would get ready for such a tough time against really good matchups in the ACC.
Well, the appetizer to the Big Ten ACC Challenge didn't go so well. That loss to Penn State on Monday, but Syracuse done a great job to rebound here on Friday night. Fair into the lane, tough shot. No, but we'll go to the line for 2 more. She's called her own number at times and simply said, hey, you can't guard me. If I don't score, I'm at least going to get to the free throw line. You can't do anything about it.
Well, it's been 1 on 5, mostly in that second quarter, a little bit in the third, late there. She didn't score for the first about 8 minutes in that third quarter, but really, she's so good that she doesn't have to run through anyone else. She can just take the offense by storm, pull up, jump shot, three-pointer. She's lethal from any spot on the court. Maybe not half court, but basically everywhere else besides that.
Fair's first trip to the free throw line hits the first. 74% shooter on the season. Was the first player to sign to a Division I school from Edison Tech for high school since 1998. And has played over 3 years of great basketball. She gets a steal there. It gets SU another chance in the offensive end. She does not rest for anything.
She came into this game with more steals than turnovers, which just goes to show you that she's defensive-minded and always is thinking of that steal.
Skip past Georgia Woolley from the wing. Count it! First points of the night for Georgia Woolley. And it's all Syracuse on Black Friday.
That's the Georgia Woolley Syracuse knows and loves. Her ability to spot up, shoot those three-pointers. It's why she was greatly missed against Penn State.
Sisselman short on a response tray. Still hasn't hit one from beyond the arc. Hyman runs into Collins, hands the keys to McEvans. And she scores. Nice bucket by the Buffalo transfer. Her first field goal of the contest. And the Cuse up 19.
That was a beautiful shot, too. Inside, into the lane, turnaround, really quick spot-up jumper, and cashes home.
McEvans, somebody that Felicia Leggett-Jack calls a silent assassin. Ty Johnson, swatted, but does draw contact. And you do not want to drive into the lane when Dariana Lewis is sitting there. She's a terror.
She already has 2 emphatic dunk blocks in this one, and this could have been number 3 right here as you take another look at it. Gets the ball, maybe a little contact there as we take a second look, comes through, gets the arm a little bit, and that's why Matthews will go to the line. Pardon, Johnson.
That was Ty Johnson, 5'8" against Dariana Lewis, 6'1".
Just a little bit of a size difference in that matchup.
A little bit. Hey, but ball don't lie. She gets to the free throw line and hits both. So 2 points for Johnson, the senior from Gibsonia, Pennsylvania, about 23 minutes north of Pittsburgh. But still a big lead for Syracuse. Keisha Hyman, DeAsia Fair had a lot to do with that. 35 points between the 2 guards.
And Syracuse is enjoying the fact that compared to the production in the second half against Penn State, it's not slowing down here against Bucknell.
Fight for the rebound. Syracuse wins again. And Hyman draws a foul. The energy been relentless today. And that's great to see from Syracuse because what happened on Monday night was so deflating. You come out in the first quarter, seemingly can't miss a shot against Penn State, then just pretty much collapse in the second half. It's tough to come back on a Friday after Thanksgiving and put up this kind of performance, but the Cuse has.
It's a mental game, too. It's all about how you think about it.
Lewis staying busy offensively, headed back to the free throw line for a couple of shots.
Just love the aggressiveness from her right now. Syracuse is finding ways to get her the basketball, and she's taking full advantage. Even when she's missing close inside, she's finding a way to get to the free throw line.
6 points and 6 boards for Dariana. He's got 3 double-doubles this season. Can't connect on the first free throw. Player that set Omaha North High School records for points per game, career points, rebounds, and field goals. Omaha native. Hits the second.
Didn't shoot any free throws in that game against Penn State either, and that was a big reason for their loss too. You want to get her at the charity stripe because it means she's active down low.
Bucknell needs offense and need it quickly. Sisselman matched up with Fair. Sullivan's open. She's replaced Emma Schaefer at the 5 in this contest today. Short time for the Bison. Skip pass, that's not getting through. The Orange clogging up the passing lanes.
And you said it right there. They've done a great job of sinking to the basketball, not allowing anything inside.
Nifty feed. Lewis drives and can't finish. And Georgia Woolley teed up with another foul.
Unfortunate for Syracuse because that could have been one of the nicest plays of the day. That behind the back, no-look pass from Deasia Fair. Couldn't finish it, but a good start to that offense.
She's just a walking highlight reel. Like everything she does is grade A. Passing, shooting, dribbling, defending. She can do everything.
There's nothing that's left off that resume when it comes to her basketball skills, her hard work, and her determination every time she steps on the hardwood.
Collins stops. Quick pass to Sisselman, and she still cannot hit. Remy Sisselman, 0 for 9 from 3 tonight.
That's one of the big reasons Coach kept her out of that starting lineup those first 3 games is because she was cold. She got really hot in those last 2 against Iona and Cornell, but now she's cooling off again. And hopefully in the next game out for Bucknell, she can get back to her ways.
Hyman slashes in and scores. Fair to Hyman, that's a lethal connection, and it won't be the last time you hear it this season.
How do you score without the basketball? You make backdoor cuts, you slash the baseline. A fantastic job of moving without the ball in her hands. Good eyes from Fair to find Hyman down low.
Well, you talked about it earlier. It's got to be tough for Hyman, who was the go-to scorer last year for Syracuse, to kind of have her role usurped by Fair. Now those two working hand in hand and doing so beautifully. Fair steps back, just misses. Offensive rebound, McEvans, and Lewis pays it off. Second chance points for Syracuse, and a 22-point lead for the Orange.
That was spicy, too. That was a great job crashing in from McEvans. Little under the arm pass action down low, and a great finish from the Orange.
Coach Woodruff spends a timeout. A disappointing start to the 4th quarter for Bucknell. Meanwhile, a party for Syracuse. The Orange dominating in quarter 2, quarter 3, now quarter 4. A 22-point lead for the Cuse. Tisha Hyman and company have a lot to do with that. Back after this.